Hey loves, welcome to A Healthy Mind, Healthy Life. I want to welcome you into this safe space where we talk about things that are often left unsaid. I'm a soon-to-be registered nurse and big sister here to share tips on how to love and protect yourself. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to share knowledge on tips on how to avoid emotionally abusive relationships, coming from someone with personal experience. Have you ever heard of myths of romantic love? If not, you should definitely stick around. Before we get started, go ahead and grab a seat. Get comfortable, get some coffee or tea. I like tea personally. And let's go ahead and talk. So, what are myths of romantic love? Like any myth, myths of romantic love are a set of socially accepted ideas and shared beliefs about how love is actually supposed to be. However, this can be completely misleading, absurd, hard to fulfill, and, like I said, a myth. There are a lot of different types of love myths, but today I just want to talk about one that really resonated with me, and that is the myth of the better half. The myth of the better half refers to the false idea that the person you have chosen as your partner in this life was the only or best possible option out there, and that they were predestined. Think about this. There are 7.8 billion people on this earth, and the idea that there's only one person out there that is meant for you, well, that can influence the way that you think, the way that you feel, and the way that you behave. We probably all know one person who can embody this myth, or we can relate to this myth personally. I know that at one point in my life, I definitely related to this myth, and I fell victim hard. And before I continue, I just want to say there's absolutely no shame or guilt in that. We're all doing the best we can while we can. You gotta give yourself grace. So, why is understanding myths of romantic love important? If we normalize the idea that there's only one person out there that's meant for us, we're way more likely to stay in abusive and toxic situations. But why should you care if you aren't the one that's in the relationship? This myth could cause you to not take a loved one's experience of abuse as seriously, and could lead to the missing of the warning signs of abuse. The idea of a better half helps to maintain a scarcity mindset and the fear of losing a one. This can keep you in unhealthy relationships longer than you should be. Holding on to this idea that there's someone out there, your quote-unquote better half, implies that on your own, you're not enough. That when you meet the person you're destined to be with, your life will magically transform into this imagined life of happiness and bliss. The problem is, this will never work considering this is generally an imagined idea we create ourselves. You and only you have the ability to make yourself feel worthy, empowered, happy, and whole. I want to encourage you to start building a strong sense of self. Learn to recognize your strengths, talents, and power. Begin to appreciate yourself as the ever-growing, unique, and beautiful human being that you are. By doing this, you're building self-efficacy. To put it plainly, self-efficacy is a belief that you have some control over your life and its outcomes. It is your commitment to try harder and longer to achieve the goals that you're striving for, despite how hard it may be. This confidence in your ability to manage your behavior, your motivation, and your environment is all anyone truly needs in order to develop that goal of happiness and the true self that you really want. It's hard work and it takes time, so remember to be patient and stay kind to yourself. I'll see you next time.